Hello friends, very good morning. Today we will discuss about the second part of compliance interviews question, which is very important. This series I am making on the request of one of the aspirants who is a initial subscribers of my channel. So under this question today we will learn more about the regulatory part, what are the types of compliances and many more questions related to this. So guys, let's begin the session without further delay. So this is the question number one. What is whistleblower in compliance? How will you protect them? So whistle whistleblower is someone who reports illegal and unethical activities in an organization, right? That means he is a kind of reporter who is supposed to report what is if something is going wrong in an organization, then he or she will become a whistleblower. So organization made some policies to prevent from the anatomy anatomy peoples. uh, what are these actions, guys? We can keeping the identity of the whistleblower as a confidential, and we should prevent by retaliation from anatomy and by ensuring a safe reporting mechanism. So by applying these methods we can protect the whistleblower. This is question number two. In India, Reserve Bank of India is the regulatory body for banking sector. Similarly, who regulates in United Kingdom, who is equivalent to RBI? So in UK, guys, there are two regulatory bodies working for banks compliance. Number one is Prudential Regulations Authority, who is responsible for safety of banks. Next is FCA. FCA is a Financial Conduct Authority who is responsible for how banks is generally treating with their customers and behave in financial markets. So these are the two regulatory bodies working in UK, who is equivalent to RBI. Next slide. You are holding a position of compliance analyst and received three emails from regulatory bodies asking to implement the task. How will you take actions? Because all these three are associated with legal and penalties. So uh, I I actually prioritize the task according to urgency and impact on compliance. So if there are more than two or three recommendations from the regulators comes, and we have a limited members and resources, so how will you treat? So we can prioritize the work according to the urgency and impact on the compliance. So for example, in my team there are four members, so I will divide into members each and distribute the first two tasks according to the required quick actions. So post implementing, conduct internal audit and work on gap findings, if any, present the information to CISO and other equivalent members, and finally revert to the regulatory bodies for successful implementation. So guys, how can we how can we sequencize? We can prioritize our work according to the urgency and impact, depend on the compliance requirement. So coming to the next question, how will you keep updated yourself with the latest regulatory changes and compliance requirement? Very important. That means how will you know that certain requirement is coming or about to come? How will you treat yourself updated in terms of compliance? Because compliance failure treats the reputational loss of the organization and revenue loss by fines and penalties. So we can update ourselves by involving industry specific publications, recommended webinars, and maintain direct connections with regulatory bodies. We can also visit regularly on the regulator's official website to ensure the proactive understanding of the regulatory amendments. Coming to the next question. Are ISO 27001, NIST, COVID, PCI, GDPR, IRDH, SEBI, RBI, are these are regulatory bodies? Can you tell the exact difference between regulators and other standards? So we can divide the bodies in below categories. So number one are the regulators. So these under this category, um this actually belongs to the country governed rules like RBI, SEBI, IRDA, etc. Adhering just adherence to these rules are mandatory, otherwise heavy penalty or fines is applicable, which results in loss of revenue and reputational damage. So these regulatory are country specific, right? Second one is international standards. So these are some actually there are some global standard who can provide the recommendations, but these are not mandatory for organization. Example, ISO 27001. I mean any series of ISO, COVID, NIST, PCI, etc. It's not mandatory for organization to adhering these standards and any penalty associated with it. So these actually these are not regulators, right? These are the global standards who ensuring that your organization is safe. These is the next question. Are Visa cards and other associated cards are regulators? If not, under whom these are working? So Visa is actually not a card. Visa is a network who manages all transaction happen under Visa network, and these cards issued by the bank with collaboration of Visa, Master and Maestro cards and any other network cards. So all card companies like Visa etc. follows international standards called PCI, DSS, and follows the local country regulatory guidelines. For example, in India they have to abide all the laws of RBI. So guys, this is all about today's session. I hope these videos really helps you to clear your concepts. If you have any specific queries, you can just do the comments. I will try to provide the appropriate answers within a time frame. And if you are facing any problem in your journey, any concerns, you can connect me via doing the comments in the comment box. uh, Thank you so much. Kindly subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to share. Thank you. Have a nice day.